And my life is so magical because of it. And so many people hold back from experiencing anything in their life. And then they're so scared of dying because they don't.
Because they haven't lived.
Yeah. Yeah. What my lover said, it was literally today or the last time we hung out. There's a quote by I forget who, but it was something about like you won't be afraid of death if you live. But if you're not living, you're going to be afraid of death. So we have one life to live that we know of.
I think as well when
Don't
you're
we want
really
to
when
have
you're
fun?
really tapped into who you are and why you're here,
Mhm.
there's this essence of you that's like, I'm gonna walk in front of this car because
Yeah.
I'm
This is
not
what my book is
going
about,
anywhere.
honestly.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
the amount there was a time where I actually really started testing this theory of like, I think I really wanted to strengthen my faith muscle, my trust muscle, and my connection to um I wanted to increase my visibility.
Mm.
And so I started really testing the paradigms of like, I guess the I started to have this like experience of like, okay, so if we're living in this womb, to bring your word back in, but it was also my experience at the time. The boundaries of the world, you can also call them the womb of your
Totally.
existence. Right?
Yeah, I love that.
So if you and I like the womb more because it feels so much more loving and primordial and like I've done, what's the year? About 25 years worth of, mother wound stuff at this point. So, just like
Yeah.
I got another 55, something
Yeah.
like that to go. But this concept of like if you were living in the most loving place on the earth, and for me that was like the womb space, and not necessarily my biological mother's womb, but like the earth mother, Gaia,
Mm.
divine mother, whatever like word was for you. And I was like, okay, well, let's just like see where these walls are. Like, let's see what happens. And it was like so many near death experiences where it was like this feeling of like, no, please move away from that car. No, please don't do that. No, could you just actually do the thing that you're here to do and then like stop testing all these limits? And so I think that for me, if there was an elimination pathway that was contracted in terms of like losing my fear of death or losing my fear of dying,
Mhm.
it was replaced very quickly of like, oh my god, my mission's so big and my purpose is so big, and like what if I don't fill the space there? And that, so it was like my fear of dying was like protecting me actually from my fear of like how great I am, like of how big
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah.
And that was, oh man, I'd rather be scared of dying.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I like joke with my friends like, "Oh, wouldn't it just be so nice to like just still like be getting drunk every Saturday at like the bar and just like that was our whole like that was the highlight of our week." And it's like we got so much else going on. It's just like
I often like I have family members and those kinds, you interact with people who have 9 to 5 jobs, who have
yeah.
mortgages and who have all of these like really, it looks like such a night. And then they talk about things that they're watching on Netflix. And it's like, oh, that I would love that
That
holiday for a
peace. Like
week.
there's a peace in it. Yeah. And I became really humbled in my marketing, actually, of my school. I had to learn, like, not everyone wants to be multi-orgasmic. Not everyone wants to reclaim their body. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I had a big Akashic record reading about it that told me like not everyone is in the life. Most people are not in the lifetime of change. And so you have to just like they're just not your people, they're
It's
not your
sometimes hard
students.
to remember when you are like attracts like, right? And so you
Yeah.
have this, and sometimes the universe is reflected in your algorithm, right? And the algorithms reflected in your universe, and so
Yeah,
you have this entire like
totally.
world where you're like, but everyone's doing this, right? Like,
Yeah,
what?
I know. When I leave my bubble and like even like queer, like everyone in my circle is queer and for the most part sober.